Alright, two more topics left. Topic 19, inverse, converse, and contrapositive. Well, if I have the sentence here, if you leave, then I'll cry. And I want the inverse of it. For the inverse of it, I just changed the meaning of both parts of the sentence into if you don't leave, then what? Then I won't cry. So the inverse changes the meaning of both parts of the sentence. The ifs and the thens stay where they are. For the converse, do you remember that one right? For the converse, you take the original sentence and reverse the wording. So it'll start with, if I cry, or if I'll cry, then you leave, or you left. So the words change places. A great way to remember converse is just the word conversation. In a conversation, your words are traveling. In a converse, the words are traveling. For contrapositive, you're going to change the order and change the meaning. So I'm going to take the beginning, change it, its meaning, and put it at the end. So this will end with, you don't leave. It'll begin with the opposite of I'll cry, which is I won't cry. And the important thing to remember about the contrapositive is it's always the same meaning logically to the original sentence. So it's logically equivalent. It has carries the same meaning as the original sentence. Sometimes they'll just ask you to find the one that's logically equivalent. That is basically asking you to find the contrapositive. All right, here's one more example. Let's find the statement that's logically equivalent to this sentence. If I want you to find the statement that's logically equivalent, I'm looking for the contrapositive of it. If the triangles are congruent, then the corresponding parts are congruent. Okay, logically equivalent should carry the same meaning. That sentence right there is true. If the triangles are congruent, then the corresponding parts of the congruent triangles are congruent. It's logically equivalent if we create the contrapositive. So the contrapositive would be if the corresponding parts are not congruent. And we'll finish with the opposite of the beginning. Then the triangles are not congruent. And that makes sense too. If the parts aren't all congruent, then how can the triangles be congruent? That's it for the lesson. There's a quick refresher on inverse, converse, and contrapositive, also called the related conditionals.